Hello and welcome to this presentation about A-Level PE. A-Level PE is the natural progression for students currently studying GCSE PE. As with GCSE PE, A-Level looks at both the theoretical and the practical performance of the students. Unlike GCSE PE, A-Level PE focuses on one sport, which may benefit many of you. A-Level PE requires a very strong personal commitment to sport. You need to be at a good standard in one sport to succeed in the practical element. You must be committed to your sport and you must be training and competing regularly. The theory aspect is difficult and it will require a very good understanding of science. I will now go through the course structure and explain how the course works. There are three components. Component 1 and 2 are both theory-based and they are worth 70% of the final qualification. And both components are assessed with two 2-hour exams. Component 3 is the practical non-exam assessment component, and this is worth 30%. We'll now look at these components in more detail. Component 1 and 2, as I've said, are worth 70%. And the A-Level focuses on 5 key areas of study. Exercise physiology, training and performance. Movement analysis, technology and biomechanics. And both those areas are going to need good science, knowledge, and a commitment to learning and understanding difficult terminology. The third section is sports psychology, and that follows and links into the skill acquisition section. And many of these sections will be new to you, things that you perhaps have just touched on at GCSE PE, and we will go into much more depth and detail and look at key theories and terminology associated with psychology of sport and the skill acquisition, how we learn the skills. The fifth section is sport and society. And again, you may have touched on this in GCSE PE, and again, you will go into much more detail and depth. All 5 of these topics are assessed at the end of year 13 with 2 2-hour exams. You will have 5 PE lessons each week where you will study these 5 topics. And as I've said, these components will require students to put in a great deal of commitment and motivation to make sure you understand and can apply the knowledge to sporting situations. The non-exam part of the course, component 3, is worth 30%, and that is split into 2 parts. Your practical performance or your coaching ability in one sport will be assessed and given a mark out of 45. That will be worth 15%. You will also have to do a piece of written work between 2,500 and 3,500 words, looking in depth at your performance in your activity. You will look at your strengths and weaknesses. You will critically analyse and evaluate your level of performance. And you will look at strategies and research that will allow you to improve and develop in your sport. Again, this piece of work is worth 45 marks and is equal to 15% of the course. This component will require a very good level of practical performance. You will have to be a highly motivated performer with an excellent attitude towards your own development. As with GCSE PE, there is a limited range of sports that you can be assessed in. These are on the next slide, and I'll allow you a couple of minutes just to look at that. Okay, hopefully your sport is amongst those on offer. And to recap and to summarise, A-Level PE is a superb course. For those of you that are committed to developing your sporting PE theoretical knowledge, but it does require, and I keep emphasising this point, it does require a great deal of personal commitment if you want to succeed in both the theory and the practical elements. It's a fantastic start for any student wishing to progress onto a PE or sport-related degree course. And over the 2 years, if those are your future career aspirations, you can chat to any of the PE staff who will happily give you advice. PE staff at Haslingden High School, as you know, are committed and experienced, and they will do their utmost to ensure you both enjoy and succeed in A-Level PE. I hope this has been informative and helped you with your future choices. If you've got any further questions, you can speak to Mrs. Wilson or Mr. Wilson, who teach the GCSE PE classes, or you can find me and I'll be able to help you out.